Welcome to GripeCast with your host, Alex Hernandez. This show is dedicated to consumer technology news and pop culture. GripeCast is owned by Techaeris. Visit Techaeris.com for the latest tech reviews, news, entertainment, and pop culture. Now sit tight, the show's about to begin. All right, welcome to the least listened to podcast on the internet. This is GripeCast, episode 34, October 1st, 2024. And, welcome to the show, guys. I debated on doing this show because of current events transpiring around the world, and it's just really, and I'm sorry I'm coming out of the gate with all this, but it's really a challenge to continue on with just daily life when there's a lot of things happening in the world that are just ridiculous and where you just don't want to think about, right? So and that's exactly why I decided to do this show. Even with all the stuff that's happening in the world, prayers are out for everybody in this world, not for just one specific group, but for everybody, praying for everybody that people would find peace and understanding and all the other things that everybody would want. You would think everybody would want, but I'm not going to dive into all that. I just wanted to address that and just say I really was not going to do the show today, but I feel like I needed a break from staring at the news, and I'm hoping maybe you all could use a little break in your day from the madness that is this world. So I'm here. I'm here to talk a little bit about some tech stories. We're gonna do some tech stories today. Biggest one is going to be about Microsoft recall. That's part of Microsoft's AI initiative. It did not release earlier this year because of privacy concerns. We'll get into that, but it is coming. Microsoft recall is coming, and we're going to talk about a couple other things too. Let's kick off the show with the Chromebook AI features. Everything is AI, and right now, and you are going to be banged over the head with it. So, earlier this morning, I released an article talking about new Chromebooks. We got 2 new Chromebooks that are coming out. For those of you who are interested in Chromebooks, we got 2 new ones coming out from Samsung, one coming out from Lenovo. So, and both of these have new features. Actually, the Lenovo I think is a 2nd gen, but it has these new AI features from Google Chromebooks, Google Chrome and Google Gemini and some of the other things. It's all kind of wrapped in there, and I will link my article down below so you can read the whole thing for yourself. I'm not going to read every bit of this, but I thought we'd go over it anyway. So I write, the new AI push is getting stronger as we start seeing nearly every new device announcement involve some form of AI feature. Chromebooks are not exempt. New Chromebooks are here, and they're packed full of Google's AI features. Love AI or hate it, everything will be coming with features from Google, Apple, and Microsoft in the AI front going forward. Guarantee you that. So it says, starting this month, all Chromebooks will come with chat with Gemini, so you can converse with Gemini in I guess real time, and you can get answers to your questions through their AI. So with chat with Gemini, Chromebook Plus laptops will also come with new Google AI features like Help Me Read, Live Translate, and much more. So the 2 new devices are the Samsung Galaxy Chromebook Plus and the Lenovo Chromebook Duet 11. And I'm not going to go over the specs on this. I mean, this is the 15.6-inch OLED display from Samsung in a Chromebook form factor. Flavor. But a couple of key features. They have a new quick insert key. So the new quick insert key delivers instant help where you need it. If you need help editing what you're writing, adding a URL link, or just adding the perfect emoji or GIF, with a tap of the quick insert key, a menu instantly provides you with access to everything you might need. And here's a few, and we give a few examples of this. Yeah, so you can quick access to Help Me Write, powered by Gemini. You can insert emoji and GIFs easily to any text field. A list of your recently opened websites will pop up if you need it to add links without copying and pasting between windows. Google Drive is integrated. Google Drive integrated search, so you can attach files, photos, videos, or anything from your Google Drive while staying within your workflow. Tactical tools to do simple calculations, add a specific date, and convert units online. So it's like every other AI. It's there to. It's like a shortcut. Let's just call it that. That's what it is. It's a shortcut key, and and you can get all these different types of information from Google Gemini just with hitting the quick insert key. The quick insert key comes exclusively on the Samsung Galaxy Chromebook Plus, but existing Chromebook users can use the feature with a keyboard shortcut, which is Launcher key plus F. So the key itself, the marked key that says quick insert, is going to be on the Samsung Galaxy only. But let me take a drink real quick. But that's better. But all Chromebooks will be able, once you get the update, you'll be able to use this key by using the Launcher key plus F. So that'll, so Samsung, I don't know, they must have had some sort of deal to get the exclusive to that key. So the Chromebook Duet is also available, which is an 11-inch kind of hybrid, like the Microsoft Surface. So it's detachable keyboard, use it as a tablet, blah, blah, blah. So, and then GoodNotes is one of the things. GoodNotes apps is now optimized for stylus compatibility Chromebooks like the Lenovo Chromebook Duet 11. So GoodNotes has a little bit of a upgrade here, and it's supposed to be better on Chromebooks. But here's what the meat and potatoes are with the actual OS, the new features on Chromebook Plus and all Chromebooks coming out. Let's see here. So Chromebook Plus, which is that Samsung version. So you'll be able to speed up understanding with Help Me Read. Help Me Read. Help Me Read helps you summarize PDFs, articles, or websites, all with a right click. You can even ask follow-up questions to dive deeper. Next year, you can even highlight specific sentences or paragraphs you need extra help to clarify. So that's kind of what they're doing there. Is essentially, they're going to take the article I've written here, and you're going to be able to right click it and have Gemini give you just like the crib notes, just a quick, so you don't have to even go through my article. You're just going to be able, Google's going to do it for you. And that kind of stinks because that kind of takes away our traffic and our screen on time. So, and this is what we've talked about for a long time with Google and their AI. They want to make it easy for people, but then they're taking away the livelihood of those creators that are putting the information out there. But that's for another podcast. We're just going to continue on here, and I don't want to go into a Google bashing frenzy here right now, so I will refrain and I take another drink of my unsweetened iced tea. It's a little warm out here in southern Missouri today, so excuse me, a little warm out here today, and I'm a little parched, so should have probably had a bunch of this before I actually started recording, but yeah, so Chromebook Plus also make content more accessible with Live Translate. Use Live Translate to enable Google AI translated captions on whatever is on your screen. Easily capture audio, thoughts, and notes with the Recorder app. Be seen and heard authentically with new video call features like the new studio style mic and built-in appearance enhancements. Make your video calls even better. So those are the key features that are coming to Chromebook Plus. All Chromebooks will be getting Chat with Gemini. We'll be getting Google One AI premium plans at no cost for 3 months. But then, of course, you'll have to pay for it after that once you get stuff started to store in there. That's how they hook you. They get Welcome Recap, which helps you pick up where you left off. Focus, which helps you to stay distraction-free, whether you're dedicated focus time or have a specific Google task. Pin important files to your home screen for easier file finding. and access files in a click. So, pretty big upgrade for Chrome OS on Chromebook. So I think, at least for you users, you guys that use Chromebooks, I think you'll be happy with this. I'm not a Chromebook user myself. Never really enjoyed them. So just conveying the information to you is all I'm doing today. All right, let's move on to the next story. Oura. Oura is the smart ring that's become pretty popular with a lot of people, although not with me. Mostly because I don't like the subscription-based thing. They sell you the ring, which this is my ring. It's not an actual smart ring. Let's see, that's my ring. But that's not a smart ring. But when you buy the ring, then you have to pay a subscription to use the ring to get the data off of it that it compiles. And so I've never really liked that model, but Oura's been a pretty popular thing. So Oura Health OY is releasing a new smart ring this month. CEO Tom Hale said that company expects to double its annual sales this year. Wow, to around 500 million. Company faces increased competition from products like Samsung's Galaxy Ring, which I think I don't think that has a subscription, so I would like to try that one. Oura Health is set to launch a new generation of rings this month. The Finnish company's fourth generation of fitness tracking rings will feature a slimmer design, improved battery life, and more accurate activity tracking. I mean, that's expected, right? Oura has sold more than 2.5 million rings since its founding 11 years ago. I like the idea of the ring because I have a watch, but I'm not one to wear this to bed. I don't like wearing watches to bed. Never liked wearing even fitness trackers to bed. They're bulky and I move around a lot, I guess, and it's just uncomfortable. Where the ring, on the other hand, that would be nice because having a ring would be good. Just to have the freedom. Rings tend to not get caught up on things, so that's why I like the idea of the ring. So the story goes on to say the company's rings priced at $299 track various health metrics, including sleep and heart rate, blah, blah, blah. Oura sells a $6 a month monthly subscription, which provides users with insight into their sleep and other health data, which they charge you $6 a month for your data, which they then get to keep. So, but that's another podcast about privacy and security, so we'll just skip over that. And it goes on to talk about how Prince Harry Sports One and people in the NASCAR and WNBA, everybody's using the Oura Ring. Anyway, I just thought you guys, those of you who have an Oura Ring or are interested in the news that there's a new one coming, there you go. You guys have an Oura Ring, a new Oura Ring coming soon. All right, let's move on. Let's go on to Mark Zuckerberg says Orion could be the next platform, major platform after phones. So this is Orion is Meta's new, well, not new. It's their augmented reality glasses. They've been working on these things for a while, and I believe they had a few iterations of the Orion, and they just announced another prototype, and I'll have to pull it up in a minute, but they showed them off, and they claim to be getting closer to making these a reality, very similar to what Apple did with their augmented reality, but in a glasses form and a little bit smaller and lightweight. But it's essentially what Apple Vision Pro is just a set of glasses that will help you to, it's a face computer. It's a face computer. That's what it is. They want you to be able to get to everything you can do on a computer. That's what they want you to be able to do with these glasses. And, Zuckerberg says, hey, this is the next thing after phones. We're not going to be using phones anymore. I don't know. I don't know. It really, I can't make that call. And mostly because I'm resistant to it. I'm resistant to the idea of face computer. I don't like it. at least right now. Maybe if I tried it, I don't know. As long as I don't have to put a chip in my head. Elon Musk. I'm not a chip guy, a chip in the body guy, and I think I'm going to draw the line there. But as far as Orion goes, I'm not sure if that's going to be something that's going to take off, and we are going to be in that era at some point. All right. Let's read a little bit of this story about Zuckerberg's Orion. In an interaction with YouTuber Cleo Abram, Meta Platforms Inc. CEO Mark Zuckerberg spoke about various subjects, including the company's latest innovation, the Orion AR glasses. What happened? During the interview, which was posted on YouTube last week, of course, because he's a YouTuber, Zuckerberg described the Orion AR glasses as the first ever full holographic augmented reality glasses. He said that the glasses are a result of a decade of research and development. They aim to miniaturize all the computing needs for glasses to project full holograms into the world. When asked about the intention behind building such a gadget, the Meta CEO said that he believes that these glasses will be the next major computing platform. Quote, I think that the trend in computing is it gets more ubiquitous, it gets more natural, and it just gets more social right. So you want to be able to interact with people in the world around you, and I think that is probably going to be the next major platform after phones. So what he's saying, and I've seen him talk about this on other interviews and stuff, is, with the phone, you're walking around and you got the thing in your face like this all the time. So you can't see my face, and I'm interacting with the phone, but not really interacting with you. So they want to take these screens and put them in your eyes. So it gives the person you're talking to the perception that you're interacting with them. So you're really interacting with your face computer, but at least you're still seemingly interacting with the human, even though you're probably more wrapped up in your TikTok than you are wrapped up in the conversation you're having with the person that you're talking to. So I don't know. I see where I see his concept and his idea, but I don't agree with it. And, I guess what do I know, since I'm not the billionaire, but that's life, right? So, goes on to say, the Orion AR glasses are currently in the prototype stage. Zuckerberg expressed hope that the next version will be a consumer product available to a wide audience. Well, we'll see how that works out for you. Apple Vision Pro. Tim Cook really had a lot of high hopes for Apple Vision Pro, and that didn't work out for him or Apple. You will hear different from fanboys who are kind of wild for anything that Apple does. Even their turds, they will be very, very defensive over that. But, and I'm not saying the Apple Vision Pro was horrible. I just don't think that it's the product for right now, and I don't think these glasses are the product for right now. Perhaps in 3, 4, 5 years from now, maybe. But I don't think that people are ready for face computers. So, that's just my opinion. I know I'm not ready for a face computer. So I'm just basing my opinion off of my personal preference. And again, if Meta wants to send me a pair, if Apple wants to send me a Vision Pro and change my mind, do it. I'm open to try it. Give me the hardware. Let me test it out. And I'm one of the naysayers. So try to convince me that's your job. All right, enough of that. I know you looked at the thumbnail and you are seeing that Microsoft is launching the delayed recall. The delayed recall. So if you remember, it was a few months ago that Microsoft was launching Copilot Plus, all these new AI features, big push on the Copilot Plus key with the coming out with the Snapdragon X Elite laptops. A lot of buzz. They were pushing it. Once word got out that what recall actually was, then Microsoft had to do a quick break check because, recall was not a good, at least in its the state that they had it in was not a good idea. So let's read and find out what's happening with this re-release. And once I'm going to get one of my Copilot computers and see if I get the update, and I'll be testing this out and see how it goes. I don't like the idea, but I do got to test it and just kind of. I like to, even though I don't like the idea, I don't like the product, I'm going to try it because it's my job. So that's what I will do. But let's read. It says Microsoft is set to finally release its long-delayed recall feature for Windows 11. The software option, which the company debuted back in May, saves screenshots of virtually everything you do on the computer, allowing you to search for and interact with them later on. For instance, if you were booking a hotel room but forgot the website you were using or need to find an old document and can't remember what you named it, you can use Recall to describe the site or document, and it will find them for you by searching through those screenshots. So it's taking a screenshot of your computer of what you're doing every couple of seconds. And what do they do with that data, right? I mean, it can see everything you're working on. All right, it's a helpful concept, but security researchers quickly raised concerns about the potential for hackers or malware software. Just put aside hackers or malware software, and just put Microsoft in that equation. I mean, the potential for hackers and malware software to for that to be an issue is there, but also Microsoft, a corporation, seeing everything. I mean, they you already give them access to a lot, and now you're giving them pretty much you have Microsoft just watching what you're doing on your computer all the time if you have this engaged. So anyway, it goes on to say about the potential for hackers or malware software to gain access to those screenshots, steal users' data, and view some of their most sensitive information. In response, Microsoft put the feature on hold and instead chose to launch its Copilot Plus PCs without recall. And that's what I just said. Now, after reworking the software, Microsoft says it's ready to go and that users' data will be as secure as it could possibly be. Oh man, sorry. Microsoft has yet to reveal the official launch date, however. I think this is really a statement, this is a quote. I think this is really a statement from Microsoft saying, we're going to put our full power into making AI secure. David Weston, Microsoft Vice President of Enterprise and OS Security, told Yahoo Finance. Okay, David. One of the biggest changes to Recall is that it is now opt-in, meaning if you want to use it, you'll need to select a specific box that says as much. Recall was previously enabled by default. Now, that's good. And that was one of my beefs with this, is that this was not an opt-in option. It was on by default. So you had no choice unless you went and you turned it off, and most people would not do that, and most people would just power something up and just go through setup and move on with their life. And so opt-in is a good thank you, Microsoft. Hopefully that's real, and not running in the background without your permission. So Microsoft also says that user screenshots, or snapshots as the company calls them, are encrypted, and the only way to access them is using Microsoft's Windows Hello. And that requires you to authenticate that you are who you are, saying by using the fingerprint reader or facial recognition. If users' laptops is affected with malware, Microsoft says it uses rate limiting and anti-hammering to prevent the malicious software from accessing your information. Rate limiting and anti-hammering detect when someone or something is trying to log into a program too many times in a short amount of time and require them to re-authenticate via the fingerprint or Face ID. Microsoft also says that Recall is now using the company's PeerView software, which helps protect enterprise systems to ensure the platform doesn't save things like users' passwords, ID numbers, or credit card numbers. According to Weston, PeerView contains a database that allows it to recognize what those types of numbers might look like and prevents Recall from capturing images of them. Well, I mean, that's a lot. It's a lot of assurances on a product that no one's been able to use yet. And a product that sounds awful. So, I don't know. I don't see the point in recall, to be honest with you. You have browser history, right? If you have your browser history on, you can go back if you forgot a website that you were on, you want to go look back, you can go do that. There's a lot of ways to accomplish, a lot of ways to accomplish what they say they're trying to accomplish with recall. So, I don't know. I'll fire up one of these Copilot PCs that I got here and Copilot Plus PCs and see the updates there at some point, and maybe play around with it. I might not log into my normal accounts on that test machine though. I don't know. What do you guys think about recall? You know what? I'm curious. I just seen this here. View comments. Let's see what people are commenting on this story. All right. See, Sandy says, hard pass. If Microsoft was serious about the security of recall, it would set up the encryption in a manner that even prohibits them from accessing any of the snapshots. Good point, Sandy. Let's see. PSG says, the opt-in is just for users to feel good. This will always be running in the background. That's what I was thinking, PSG. Collecting your private information. It's another reason I will make the move to Mac once I need to upgrade. Oh, man, people switching to Mac. I don't know if we're any better in that arena, to be honest with you, anymore, with Apple Intelligence coming. Carl says, I wouldn't want this, just like I wouldn't want all the so-called safety features on new vehicles. I don't cede control of my car to my car, and I don't cede control of my computer to my computer. Good point, Carl. And comment says, corporation had now legal rights to spy on everyone, every employee, thanks to computers and modern laws. As such, pundits talk all this nonsense. Everyone in tech knows what gets monitored, including your key logs, in some case to actual work activity, all reported to HR. Yes, that is true. That if you're using this on a work computer, if you're using a work computer, period, if you're at a corporation or any kind of business that has an IT team, you pretty much can guarantee you got a key logger. They're watching you. But it's their right. It's their computer. It's not your property. So just don't do stupid stuff on your work computer. That's all I got to say about that. David W. says, so security was not even a thought on their radar when they rolled this out. That seems to be the problem. Agree, David W. Paul T. says, another strong reason why doing anything on a public computer that requires even your name or any kind of login is a really bad idea. That leaves only reading news or watching cat videos. Breeze says, this is Microsoft making all of your data and selling it plain and simple. Microsoft wants to be the next Facebook for data harvesting. And I don't disagree with that. I don't disagree with that at all. Data is king right now. Data harvesting, data. Your data is valuable to these companies in forms of, so they can sell advertising and target you with a lot of different things. And we've talked about that ad nauseum on other podcasts, and I've written about it, so I'm not going to rehash all that. I just would like to know what you guys think. Comment down in whatever platform you're watching or listening to GripeCast on, and comment. And let us know what you think about Microsoft recall coming. What do you think about Mark Zuckerberg and Orion? What are your thoughts on AR tech and these glasses? And Aura, well, smart rings. What do you think about smart rings? Do you own one? Do you like them? Would you use one? Do you like Aura, or do you have another smart ring that you guys use that perhaps doesn't have a subscription model? That I think that's one thing I don't like about Aura is their subscription model, having to deal with that. Got enough subscriptions as it is, and I'm paying for my own data at this point like that. So yeah. All right, guys. Hey, please take care of yourselves, and be kind to each other. Be good to each other. Pray for each other. World needs all the goodness we can muster out of our own souls. We are the only ones that can change what's around us in our immediate vicinity. You know, I can't change things overseas, can't stop wars, can't do any of that kind of stuff, but I can at least be good. I can be kind, and I can be positive to the people that are around me in this area where we live, and in my interactions in real life, and heck, even on online. I mean, people are far too mean online, and yeah, we should, I think personally we need to tone things down, and just remember that people are people, and people are hurting, and in various ways. So I really, really appreciate you guys listening. I hope that doing this podcast, I hope that that they're 20, 30, 40, 35 minutes, whatever, however long I do these podcasts for, or at least a little bit of a break for you, and hopefully you're entertained, and hopefully you're enjoying these podcasts. Please like, share, comment. Please subscribe to us on YouTube and on Rumble and Locals. We're trying to build our social media channels and certain ones, and it would go a long way for you guys to like, subscribe, comment, do all those things. I know it can get irritating to listen to people on video ask you for these things, but it is one of the ways that the platforms see and gauge they gauge how good your videos are doing. So it's helpful to us. So I highly appreciate it. And if you don't want to, it's okay. Not a big deal. But it is appreciated when you guys do that. All the likes, the shares and the comments and the subscriptions, and hit that notification bell, all that kind of stuff is very helpful. So, all right, that is it for this episode of the Least Listened To podcast on the internet. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and we will talk to you on the other side.